The mystery of the Roman dodecahedrons. From the arid plains of Mesopotamia, where a simple clay vessel may once have concealed the spark of ancient electric, your exploration now drifts northward into the mist-laden heart of early Europe among the fading echoes of the Roman Empire. Scattered across what we now call England, France, Germany, and beyond, archaeologists have unearthed an artifact unlike anything else from antiquity. Small enough to cradle in one's hand, these objects are cast from bronze and shaped with breathtaking precision. A hollow geometric form consisting of 12 pentagonal faces, each punctured with a circular opening and tiny knobs rising from every vertex, these creations are known to us as Roman dodecahedrons. Over 100 have been discovered throughout Europe, yet their purpose remains shrouded in absolute mystery. No Roman scholar, craftsman, or historian ever mentioned them. There are no surviving sketches, records, or inscriptions explaining what they were, for they suddenly appear in the archaeological record during the 2nd or 3rd century AD, and just as abruptly vanish. At first sight, they seem more mathematical than ornamental, almost modern in their clean lines and flawless balance. Their symmetry and craftsmanship suggest deliberate purpose and meticulous design, yet when found, they often emerge from ordinary sites, fields, ruins, or modest burial grounds. Some lie nearly pristine. Others are tarnished and warped by centuries. Their dimensions vary from the size of a golf ball to that of a small grapefruit. Intriguingly, no two are identical. What deepens their enigma is not merely their appearance but their absence from history. The Romans celebrated for their precision in documentation, recording everything from architectural diagrams and recipes to military strategies and religious rituals. Make no mention of these 12-faced figures. They exist outside Rome's vast written legacy, silent and self-contained. For nearly 200 years, scholars have sought to decode their purpose. Early researchers dismissed them as trinkets or children's toys, but their geometric precision, uniform knobs, and carefully measured holes suggest a more deliberate function. One popular theory argues they were tools, perhaps measuring instruments used for distance surveying or calculating projectile paths in warfare. Another view suggests they were craftsmen's gauges, possibly used for calibrating metal rods or textile work. A more detailed hypothesis claims they served as glove-weaving tools, with the holes helping artisans size the fingers to perfect proportions. Yet even these theories fail to resolve key mysteries. Why have dodecahedrons been discovered only in northern and western provinces, far from the imperial core of Italy and Greece? Why are none found in North Africa or the Middle East, where Roman engineering was equally sophisticated? And if they were a practical device, why is there no written record, no depiction, no surviving instruction? Their archaeological context complicates matters further. Many have been uncovered in graves lying beside coins and jewelry, objects of value, not utility, suggesting ritual or symbolic significance. Others have surfaced near temples or in hoards of offerings, leading to the belief that they may have been religious instruments, cosmic models, or symbols of divine harmony. In the philosophy of ancient Greece, the dodecahedron was a sacred shape. Plato himself described it as the geometric embodiment of the universe, the fifth and final Platonic solid, symbolizing the very structure of the cosmos. Could the Romans, heirs to Greek knowledge, have fashioned these objects as physical manifestations of cosmic order? Perhaps they were not tools of craft or war but spiritual devices, used in temples, schools of mystery, or private rituals to represent the balance of creation itself.
Yet even so, the practical mind resists pure mysticism. Experimental archaeologists have recreated dodecahedrons, testing every plausible use. Could they have been candleholders, dice, or astronomical devices? When placed before a flame or light source, their holes project circular beams that shift with movement and distance, leading some to speculate that they might have been instruments for solar or stellar alignment, or even agricultural calendars for tracking planting seasons.
Others note how naturally they rest within the palm, perfectly weighted, comfortable to hold, as though designed for touch-turning contemplation. Some propose that they were teaching tools used to demonstrate geometry, proportion, or the motion of celestial bodies, yet each experiment answers one question only to raise another. Then there are the fringe interpretations, theories that step beyond Rome's borders into the realm of lost civilizations. Some claim these objects preserve the remnants of forgotten scientific knowledge, perhaps inherited from pre-Roman or even prehistoric cultures. Others suggest they were energy conductors or resonance devices operating on principles of vibration or physics once known to ancient engineers. Mainstream archaeology dismisses such ideas as fantasy, but the enigma refuses to fade. The artistry and precision of the dodecahedrons demonstrate intention, not chance. Whoever made them worked from a blueprint, a purpose that time has erased, and that may be why the Roman dodecahedron feels so haunting. It embodies a perfect fusion of science and mystery, a relic that demands understanding yet denies it. Unlike colossal monuments or grand temples, it offers no spectacle to distract the eye, only quiet perfection that commands reflection. Picture for a moment a Roman craftsman in his forge, Molten bronze cooling edges, polished holes, aligned knobs fitted with care. As he turns the completed piece in his hands, what does he see? A tool, a sacred token, a key to something long forgotten. Today, these artifacts rest within glass displays across Europe. Small radiant enigmas from a civilization we thought we fully understood. Visitors lean close, trying to guess their purpose, their hands itching to feel the balance, the weight, the symmetry. But the bronze offers no answers. It only guards silence, as if protecting the memory of knowledge lost to time. Could these objects have spoken not through language but through form? Could their geometry encode truths once known and now vanished? None can say. Like so many relics of the ancient world, the Roman dodecahedrons remind us that history is not a straight path of progress but a landscape punctuated by brilliance, by mystery, and by silence. And within those 12 hollow faces, poised delicately between mathematics and myth, we are left to wonder, were they tools of the earth or instruments of the stars?
The enigma of the Temple of the Moon.
From the silent depths of the hypogeum, where whispers echo through hollow corridors of stone, our path ascends skyward toward a realm where earth and heaven intertwine and mountains rise like divine sculptures etched by cosmic hands. High among the Peruvian Andes, near the fabled city of Machu Picchu, lies a formation of granite so radiant that it gleams beneath the dawn sun like polished crystal. Its surfaces are smooth, its chambers concealed, and its purpose cloaked in mystery. Locals revere it as Templo de la Luna, the Temple of the Moon. Nestled into the rugged flanks of Huayna Picchu, the towering peak that guards Machu Picchu, the Temple of the Moon stands apart from any other Incan creation. It is not a structure of brick and mortar but a cathedral carved directly from living rock, a seamless union of light, stone, and shadow, so natural and yet so deliberately refined that it defies distinction between craft and creation. At first glance it seems humble, a shallow cavern framed by massive stones immovable by time, but step closer and the illusion dissolves. Inside, the walls bloom into tiers, recesses, and altars, their surfaces smooth to near perfection. Each curve and edge carries the signature of intention and ritual precision. When sunlight strikes at a precise angle, its rays pierce through fissures in the mountain, illuminating the inner sanctum like a celestial clock. For a fleeting moment, the altar is bathed in pale radiance, a kiss from the moon herself. Archaeologists generally date this sanctuary to the 15th century, during the height of the Incan Empire, and associate it with lunar worship, a cornerstone of Andean cosmology. The moon goddess Mama Kia embodied fertility, time, and the rhythm of life. Her cycles guided harvest ceremonies and cosmic balance. The Incas often constructed temples aligned with solstices, equinoxes, and sacred peaks, believing mountains were not stone but living spirits known as apis. Yet even among such sacred architecture, the Temple of the Moon feels different. It is not built. It is born of the mountain itself. Unlike the terrace geometry of Machu Picchu, this cave temple appears to have been shaped by hand, and not merely by tools. Deep within its heart sits a stone throne facing a raised altar, above which a crescent-shaped arch mirrors the lunar form. Around these one finds serpentine carvings, geometric symbols, and faint human visages. Half hidden in shadow, deeper still lie sealed passages and narrow tunnels, their purpose unknown. Some bear signs of extreme heat, where rock appears melted and re-solidified, its surface glassy and alien. Were these traces of ritual fire or something far more mysterious? Scholars suggest it may have served as a funerary sanctuary, a portal for mummification, or an astronomical observatory. Others propose it symbolized the gateway between the worlds, the bridge from life to Ukupacha, the Incan underworld. In this interpretation, the moonlight that enters the cavern is not mere illumination but divine communication, a messenger from celestial realms. Yet deeper enigmas persist. How did the Incas carve such immaculate forms without iron tools or modern machinery? The surfaces are so flawlessly polished that even today engineers marvel at the precision. Was this a result of centuries of craftsmanship or the vestige of lost knowledge forgotten by history? Some researchers venture further, claiming that the Temple of the Moon predates the Inca entirely. Perhaps the legacy of an earlier vanished civilization that mastered techniques now beyond comprehension. Across Peru, from Sacsayhuaman to Ollantaytambo, many megalithic sites reveal multiple construction phases where the oldest stones fit so tightly that not even a knife's edge can slip between them. Could this temple belong to that forgotten epoch, a civilization erased yet immortalized in stone? Ancient Quechua legends describe the temple as a place of transformation where shamans would commune with spirits of the mountains. It was said that during certain lunar phases the mountain's energy would awaken and the moonlight would not reflect but absorb, as if the rock itself drank in celestial power. Some stories claim that those who meditated within heard whispers, not from the dead but from something ancient, sentient, and waiting.
Today, access to the inner chambers is limited, the site too fragile for heavy visitation. Those who have entered describe an atmosphere of profound stillness. The temperature drops, sound disappears, and time seems suspended. Standing before the carved throne, one feels not alone but observed, as if the mountain itself watches in silence.
So what was the Temple of the Moon, a lunar shrine of the Incas carved in devotion to cosmic balance, or the surviving echo of a civilization whose memory has long dissolved into legend as twilight falls over the Urubamba Valley? Shadows reclaim the entrance. The mountain glows silver under the rising moon, and the temple seems to breathe again, half alive, half asleep. A heartbeat in stone. Perhaps it was never meant to be solved. Perhaps it was meant to be felt. A meeting place between myth and reality, where the silence of rock speaks truths that words never could, and there beneath the eternal glow of the moon that truth still waits, quiet, patient, and eternal.